In this video, we're going to talk about the new and improved Gen 4 MagnaTrack. New to the market, just hit 2022. The features and benefits of the whole MagnaTrack system from Gen 1 up to Gen 4 still have the same functionality. The magnets internally inside the track move in and out to alleviate or give you up to a ½ inch adjustment per side or a full inch overall of that movement of that inner track. The new Gen 4 system comes with what we call our track retainers. The track retainers are mostly designed for our Hurricane product, so you can actually deploy it, leave it, whether you're home or not, and you're fully secured. There's no more clips necessary. There's nothing, because this track will not pull out of the track once it's deployed. You'll also notice that we come with a top cap on our tracks. These are going to have a beveled 4mm offset on the back of it. What this does is, since we've increased the thickness of our weight bar from 1 inch wide to 1 1/4 inch wide, this is going to give a 4mm offset. So when you're aligning this track for installation, whether it be a face mount, it's going to go directly up against your surface, and it is going to shim the track just slightly off of the wall. If you're doing an inside mount, the back of the hood is going to be flush with the back of this top cap for your side track. Do not extend the hood in front of or behind when you're installing your tracks. Make sure everything is perfectly aligned with the top cap. If you're using U-channel with your system, we do have another style top cap which doesn't have this 4mm offset, because the U-channel is the same thickness as what our shim is on the top of the track. Our new weight bars, the new and improved weight bars, are now 1 1/4 inch wide, 2½ inches tall plus the felt, so it gives you about 3 inches total in height. You'll notice that we've increased the wall thickness of the extrusion. We've added extra internal ribs. We're getting much better deflection reduction than what we had before in our prior bar, so it's a huge improvement. This bar here is used for your insect, solar, and vinyl product. Again, 1 1/4 inch wide, 2½ inches tall, 3 inches tall with your felt. We have our Hurricane weight bar, which, to show you the difference between the two, we go from a 2½ inch tall profile on our standard weight bar to a 3 inch tall profile on our Hurricane weight bar. The weight bar is substantially stronger, plus a lot more weight per foot, better deployment, more stable in hurricane conditions to give you those wide span configurations with our product. This is also what we call our deluxe bar or upgraded bar. So if you're ordering an insect, solar, or vinyl product, you can upgrade to the Hurricane weight bar as an option in our online order system. There is additional charges when you upgrade, so please be aware of that, and refer to your pricing charts or to the OSC to get that confirmation on there. Now also, the new weight bar comes with a totally new end cap. The end cap has a clamp bar which is going to go inside here, which your keter flap fits into. That clamps down on the product, and the weight bar is sitting outside of the side track. To show you what that looks like is, on your side track, the weight bar is now exposed outside of the track and slides in between your two track retainers. Now, upon installation of your new MagnaTrack Gen 4 system, you're going to have your track housing. You're also going to get track retainers. Now, with every track that we ship, there's going to be 4 pieces of your track retainer that are going to come to you with your track. The track housing is going to be long, so you will have to field trim it in the field and cut it to size so that you get a nice tight fit. If you're doing a face mount application, you'll take your track retainers, cut them, you'll go ahead and cut your track housing to the proper height. You're going to take your track retainers and cut your track retainers at the same length as what your track housing is. You're going to use our tool, which we provide with every kit, which is going to go over the edge of the extrusion, clamp this bar onto place, and it will hold secured to the track. You'll also know on the back side of these track retainers, we've added a felt strip. The felt strip adds to the sound dampening devices built into the system. We clamp this on. You can also use your tool in the middle of the opening to twist and lock, or if you happen to not have our tool that we supply, you can use a flathead screwdriver which goes in between the inner track and the track housing and wedge it into place. Now, if we were doing an inside mount application, so inside a trapped opening, not a face mount, obviously our screws are going to be embedded back inside the track housing. Our inner track is going to twist into place just like it did on Gen 1, 2, and 3, and then we add our track retainers. The main difference between an inside mount and a face mount application with Gen 4 is your track retainer cut. On the track retainer cut, let's say that our true track housing was 120 inches tall, finished. We are going to receive 6-inch pieces that will go on the top. You're going to receive your longer track retainer, which would be at the bottom of the track. When you install these, you're going to have your weight bar all the way up at the top of the track. You're going to cut your track retainers 6 inches shorter than your track housing. Again, 6 inches shorter than your track housing length, aluminum to aluminum. You're going to install, so if this was 120 inches, we're going to cut this at 114 inches. You're going to install it from the bottom up using your tool to clamp it onto place, leaving 6 inches available up here at the top of the track. You repeat that process on both sides. After you have your bottom track retainers installed, you're going to lower the weight bar down in between your track retainers. You will have to maneuver the weight bar down in between the slot of those grooves just to get it to fit in place first, and I recommend bringing it down about an extra 4 to 6 inches from that point. Then you'll take your 6-inch pieces, which we supply to you, and you'll install those up in the upper sections of the track. The reason for this is if you installed your track retainer full length of here, these are very hard to get off. So if you installed it full length with the roller being up inside your box, it's almost impossible to dislodge this full length extrusion to ever get to your fasteners behind it. If you install the 6-inch piece at the top, you can get a little screwdriver, you can get a hook, you can pull it off, and that will leave you access while your track retainer is down 6 inches to get a screwdriver in here to wedge the rest off. That's the only way that you'll ever be able to access your fasteners if they failed from your substrate or if they never needed to be replaced or any adjustments needed to be made. And this is on an inside mount. So just to recap, on a face mount, cut your track retainers the full length of your track housing, the same length. On an inside mount, your track retainers will be 6 inches shorter than your true track housing cut length. Install the large part on the bottom, 6-inch pieces up at the top. That's the main key difference to the Gen 4 product versus the prior products that we've had, is really with the track retainers. The rest of it, the performance of the weight bar is so much better. 60 to 70% reduction in deflection on the weight bar and much better performing.